Why did Araminta give Rosamund double the dowry? Actually, she was at a dead end. Posey and Rosamund were both her daughters. If she treated them equally, she should have split Sophie's £18,000 evenly between the two. But Araminta gave all of it to Rosamund. You might think this was just favoritism toward Rosamund, but in truth, she saw Rosamund as her last chance. As her eldest daughter, Rosamund had priority in marriage, but she also had to carry the burden of saving Araminta from financial ruin. Remember, they had been driven out by the new earl. They could only rent a place to live, and Araminta kept finding excuses to fire maids. Not because the maids did anything wrong, but because Araminta gradually couldn't afford to pay them. So to get Rosamund married off as quickly as possible, she had to increase Rosamund's dowry to attract Mr. Stout. This also explains why she was so determined to send Sophie to prison. After all, Rosamund's dowry couldn't afford any problem. And at the end, we saw that after half of her dowry was taken away, Stout immediately called off the engagement. This further proves how desperate Araminta's situation really was. After Lord Penwood died, she could only barely stay in high society using the inheritance he left behind. Perhaps the money meant for Sophie's upbringing was spent on social events and her daughter's appearances. Even so, girls without a father's family backing were at a disadvantage on the marriage market, especially Rosamund, who wasn't particularly beautiful. That's why Araminta had no choice but to increase her dowry, hoping that in the future, Posey could rely on her sister's good name in the marriage market.